evening people. So I try and not do vlogs because I try and keep this ugly mug off YouTube. I only do it for the 106 vlogs. I think I do one for the trophy, but yeah, I'm not like a knobby vloggy YouTuber, so yeah, I don't do it. But saying that, where's the camera? There you go. Saying that, Honda have given me the FK2 Civic Type R, and I felt that I had to do something a bit special with it. I had to tell you why I think the FK2 is the best Civic Type R that there's ever been, because it's damn sight better than the FK8, and Honda don't want me to say that, obviously. But yeah, this thing here is far more hardcore, far rawer than the new FK8. It's just the one to have. They only made them for 2 years. There's a limited amount of them in the UK, don't ask me how many, but prices are already sort of plateauing, and yeah, if you want a collector's car for the future, get one of these. Get a full, they came out on 2014, well they came 2015 but on a 14 reg, so try and get one on the 14 reg because they are slightly cheaper, probably about 800 to £1,000 less. But find one of those, low owner, low mileage, sit on it because it will definitely go up. In terms of looks, I know it's a bit divisive on this one. People say it's been crashed into Halfords with glue stuck to it. And you've got their extended arches, you've got bonnet vents, and those are actually functional. So yeah, don't start saying it's not, because it does. Because it produces downforce. The underside of the car is flat. How much downforce, who knows, because Honda won't say. It's probably negligible, but it does actually create downforce, as does the new FK8. It's got a stupid back wing on it, which is huge. Great big exhaust tips. Yeah, so looks are divisive, definitely. If Darth Vader drove a car, he would undoubtedly drive this one and the black edition, because it looks badass with the red edging on it, the red details. But yeah, the performance-wise, this and the new FK8, it's on par. There's not much in it. 0 to 60 I think is roughly the same, 5.7. Power-wise, it's similar, 310 PS, 400 Newton meters. Top speed has been bumped up slightly to 170 on the new one. I think this was 169, maybe 167. I've driven this one in, where was I? Driven this one in Austria at about 155, 160 maybe. Driven the new one at 170, and yeah, both of them are stable as hell, but this felt way more engaging to get up to that speed. Felt a lot more alive. The new Civic Type R, people are going to love it for the time being because you can live with it every day. Your gran could drive it to the shops, but then yeah, you can get on it. With this, it is unrelenting. Seats are hard, the ride is firm, it sounds awesome when you put your foot down. It's just a driver's car. It feels like an old school hot hatch. The new one feels like the current crop of hot hatches that, yeah, you can use daily. And I mean, yeah, you can use this daily, but it's got that character about it. It feels like, let's try and get it short. There we go. Come on, camera. Come on. There we go. It feels like, yeah, it feels like a hardcore hot hatch. So it has hard ride. A hot hatch should have a hard ride. The seats are like so hugging. I'll show you the seats actually. Let's go to the seats, because the new seats, they look exactly the same. Well, they look pretty much the same, but they're nowhere near as firm. So this bit here, this bit actually has metal in it, so I can feel metal is running there, literally right there, all the way around it. This is rock solid. It does not move. You sit on this and it goes up your bum. The new one, it's just wallowy and you can sit on it. It squishes if you sit on it. It's just not the same. These things are totally badass. They are the type of seats, a hot hatch should always have big seats. These are big, ultra firm, ultra holding. They're awesome. Another thing I always didn't like is the dash setup in the Civic, because it looks a bit of a mess. So you've got your nav there, you've got your air conditioning there. There is where it tells you about all the info on the car. It's telling me to start in a minute. There's the speedo, there's your revs, temperature, fuel. It's a mess. There's all different screens everywhere. They're all different fonts. It's just an absolute total cock up. But it's like crazy Japanese. If nothing screams crazy Japanese, it's that. A plethora of screens, tons of different fonts, and yeah, you don't really know what the hell's going on. But it looks cool. The new Civic Type R completely gets rid of that. Yeah, and so people say that's good. Yeah, well, they fixed the dash in the Civic. Yeah, but it takes away some of its character. And that's what I didn't like about the new Civic Type R, is the fact that, come on camera, oh, wrong way, is, camera, yeah, I didn't like the new Civic Type R because it feels like it's lost part of its soul. This thing has soul and character by the bucket load, and I think Honda should have taken a leaf out of this book, basically. I mean, I know everyone's going to say the new one's comfier, you can live with it every day, like I've already said, but this is the one to get. This thing's awesome. So I'm going to take you for a drive in it. I'll try and convey some of the sensations, some of the audio as well, if I can get the mic hooked up in the right place, how the engine sounds when you get on it. But yeah, I'll try and explain a little bit more about why I like it. Okay, hopefully you can see what the hell's going on, because it's really dark. Let's get out of here. So, why do I like the FK2 more than the FK8? Well, as I've said, it's hardcore. It doesn't feel anywhere near as soft as the FK8. So, let's put it in plus R. Go for a little drive. For a start, hopefully you can hear that. That's all the crap on the road being flicked up. That sounds like crap on the road on metal. It sounds like there is no splash guards, it's just metal. I mean, hopefully it's not, but that sounds race car. If you've ever been in a race car on a circuit anywhere and they go off on gravel or they pick up some stuff on the tyres and it gets flicked up, it sounds like that. It sounds like bare metal. That is cool. That sounds good. Another thing is when you put your foot down, just the noise, you get some engine roar. So in this model, the VTEC, well, yeah, since the EP3 basically, and the FN2, I think it's FN2, one after the EP3, they still ran normal VTEC. This runs a reverse VTEC setup where the high lift cam does the low revs, the low lift cam does the high revs, but it's coupled with a turbo. So you just get like a roar, like a surge. And I don't think, I remember it sounding that good in the FK8, let's just say that. So let's just try again. We've got a clear road, so we may as well. So let's go. It's just like the roar, the noise that you get from the front of the dash. It's not there in the FK8. I remember it being there. As for the ride, I think the ride is way firmer in this than the FK8. The FK8 is not bad. It's not a bad ride. It's good. It's still easily sporting enough. But this is jostling me around. I'm moving around in my seat. And I don't think you quite get that in the FK8. I mean, I've not driven it on UK roads. Everyone's going to be like, oh, but you've not driven it on UK roads. But yeah, that could be an issue. The road, we did go over some quite bad patches in Germany, but it never felt like this is like jolting my voice. I never felt like you got that in the FK8. And handling wise, they're probably on par. This maybe feels a tad more connected. I mean, the steering in this The steering lock is absolutely terrible. A 3-point turn is like a 23-point turn. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the steering is quite heavy in this. I kind of got the feeling in the FK it was a little bit lighter, a little bit more pliable. But it's just something about this car, and it didn't feel that when I first reviewed it, when I first went on the launch of it 2 years ago. It didn't feel that special. It was a good car, yeah, awesome handling. It felt like, to me then, it felt like probably a bit too much power, and it is a lot of power through front wheel drive, and for a hot hatch, I don't know. I like my old school hot hatches. 106, Clio, as you know, are awesome cars. Not too much power. You don't need lots of power in a car to have great fun and to have great driving dynamics. But I think Honda managed to do it well. They definitely nailed it with this. To put 310 PS through one axle, 400 Newton meters through the front wheels, it's insane. It does it so well. The diff barely pulls. It gives a slight tug, but it's always in the direction you're going. You're not fighting it. The new FK8 is exactly the same. It's awesome. Honda have nailed front wheel drive hot hatches, no problem. I've also driven a Focus RS, hated it. It's one of the worst hot hatches I think I've driven. And why? Because it drives you. I mean, everyone says, I've had this argument with so many people, the Focus RS drives you. Like, you turn in, and then a few seconds later, you get turn in again. It feels like you turn in and give it one movement on the wheel, and then the chassis thinks about it, and then the wheels do a slight turn in. It's all to do with the torque vectoring. It just doesn't feel real. It feels unnatural. It feels like the car is doing the work. This, you're definitely doing the work. The new Civic, definitely doing the work. This is just a lot more hardcore. We're going a bit off topic. But, again, everyone always used to say that the Nissan GTR was driving for you, it was doing all the work. You could feel it doing stuff beneath you. Never got that in a GTR. I've driven several GTRs, driven on racetracks, never got that feeling. It's a big heavy car, yes, but you don't get the sensation that it's driving for you at all. Focus RS, totally. It's just horrible. It's not nice at all. I would definitely go, I know it's not all-wheel drive, blah, 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 but I would definitely go for the new Civic over the new Civic. I'd get one of these probably, because they're a good investment as well. If you hold on to it, definitely get one of these. But yeah, I'd definitely go with new Civic Type R over Focus RS. Comparing like a Focus RS to a Golf R, the Golf R doesn't feel like it's doing the work for you, but it's boring as hell. Rapid, yeah. Boring as hell, yeah. So yeah, in terms of driver engagement, I think Honda are definitely on the money with powerful hot hatches. But yeah, this one just feels so special, especially comparing it to the new one. And I didn't realise I was going on the launch of the new one when I booked this in. Turned out that the booking on this got bumped again. So yeah, I'm literally the last person in the media to have this on fleet as it currently is. I don't know whether this car is going to be sold or whether it's going to go into their heritage fleet. No idea at the minute. But yeah, as normal press reviewing, I'm pretty sure I'm the last person to get this, because like I said before, Honda are going to want new coverage. They're not going to want coverage on the old one. So yeah, it's been really good driving this back to back. I've had it nearly 2 weeks. It's going to be really sad to see it go. And yeah, it's going to be one of those cars that is definitely like a legendary status. So yeah, if you're in the market for a hot hatch, don't get the new FK8. Just don't do it. Get an FK2, because it's just a beast. It's truly epic. So yeah, hopefully this vlog's been alright. I've not rambled on too much. And yeah, I might catch you in the future if there's anything decent that I think is worth doing something on. But yeah, read the review of this, read the review of the FK8, don't get Focus RS, have fun.